A civilian watchdog has found RCMP officers acted in a racist and discriminatory manner when telling Colton Bushy's mother about her son's death. Two reports from the Civilian Review and Complaints Commission, obtained by Global News ahead of their publication, list several inappropriate actions by officers and draws a stark contrast between how police treated the family of Gerald Stanley and Bushy. In 2016, Stanley shot Bushy dead after the 22-year-old Indigenous man and some of his friends drove onto Stanley's property. A jury, with no visibly Indigenous members, found Stanley not guilty of second-degree murder. One of the CRCC documents states there was no evidence that Bushy participated in any property offenses. It also says RCMP surrounded the home of Debbie Baptiste, Bushy's mother, with weapons drawn. They notified her of her son's death, searched the premises, and asked if she was drinking and smelled her breath. The report found approaching the home was not in line with a reasonable risk assessment, that officers were insensitive when telling Baptiste her son was dead, the search wasn't lawful, and officers acted with discrimination when questioning Baptiste's sobriety. RCMP Commissioner Brenda Lucky's response is included in the documents. Lucky states she largely agrees with the findings. A University of Regina professor says the reports highlight a critical failure within the RCMP.
The Commissioner does not understand what systemic racism means, and we have clear examples here of what systemic racism is in practice.
Michelle Stewart says the reports show the RCMP haven't learned from its past. In 2020, Lucky said she believed there is an unconscious bias within the Mounties, but said she struggled with the definition of systemic racism and how it applied to the force. Stewart says the findings suggest the RCMP needs transformative change.
The first, I think it's probably time for Brenda Lucky to maybe step out of this position. And second, there needs to be more accountability in policing.
The report concluded by saying Lucky's response missed an opportunity to take responsibility for the actions of her officers on the case. The RCMP did not respond to multiple requests for comment. Bushy's family say they will speak publicly on Monday when the reports are published. Nathaniel Dove, Global News, Saskatoon.